Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to the third episode of my 1 vs 3 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against 3 Emperor AI that are on a team against me, and I'm playing as the Dwarf Archdruid Ulrik Icepelt. In our last episode, we were able to finally take this formerly Tigran city, which we've now converted into a dwarf city, and we also did a few other things. We've established ourselves above ground in this little city, although I really didn't do any exploring. Maybe I should have. But we have our first above ground city. We successfully repelled an attack on our throne city, which was a big surprise. And we realized that we are unable to complete the quest for this goblin city because we were blocked by a goblin unit there. So all in all, things are going all right despite a kind of rocky start for me. Before I get into this episode, though, I would like to just mention a few comments from the previous episode. So, ZShoot84 had left a very detailed set of comments and made a lot of really great points. He had mentioned that he actually noticed the AI encroaching on my throne before even I did. There was a stack of mana crystals right here that in one of the flip overs from one turn to the next, he actually noticed that they had disappeared. They were in the fog of war area, and the only way that could happen is for another player to have actually picked them up. So, keen eyes on his part, he actually noticed that they were scouting my throne a turn or two before I was actually attacked. So that was something that I had completely missed. Zshoot also mentioned that this city is actually going to be a prime location to start pumping out potentially some archers and maybe eventually some good forge priests. And that's because we've got a forbidden sanctum here which can give us Altar of Bound Souls. So Altar of Bound Souls means that when we produce a support unit, it'll have extra resistance, and importantly it'll have resurgence, which is incredible. And then also we have Vault of Knowledge here, which gives us Focus Chamber. That means that produced archer units are going to have extra attack damage, physical and shock damage, and they're also going to have mind control immunity. So once this city grows a little bit and I can get both of these structures, and of course I'm going to have to actually clear out the Forbidden Sanctum, but once I'm able to do that, I can then basically start producing some very, very strong units from this city, which will be of tremendous benefit to me. So again, Zshoot with the keen eyes on that one. He also mentioned potentially using some watchtowers as a means of defending myself, kind of using them as a visual warning system, especially being underground. So he had recommended that because I'm not really going to be able to go past here and actually get to this city going around, I'm not going to probably get there in time. So it might be better to just throw up a watchtower right here where my cursor is and use that as a warning system if anybody comes in this way, and then also potentially throw up some watchtowers kind of around my domain just to give me a bit of a warning system. He also recommended expanding out this way, probably up in here somewhere, and that's probably where Karashar is, and I'm inclined to agree. As he is a Draconian in the Shadow Realm expansion mod pack, Draconians actually don't take they're not susceptible to shadow sickness, so they have a racial ability to be immune to that, and as a result, he may have spawned in the Shadow Realm, so he may have actually come through here, or maybe one of the other, maybe something up here that I can't see, even potentially through this. So if we go above ground, I don't know what's there, and it looks like this is Draconian volcanic territory, so I wouldn't be surprised if Karashar is somewhere over here above ground. In any case, I want to start exploring over there, and I think I'm actually going to this is going to be my first way I'm going to explore. So that's what I think I'm going to do. My main priority right now is getting rid of Karashar because he is obviously being aggressive to my throne, and he's also in a position where if I take him out early, I can maybe use his throne city and start leveraging that a little bit. So I think what I'm actually going to do, I was going to send Ulrik here and his pretty decent stack. I was going to send them over this way. I think I'm actually going to bring them back, go take out this watchtower, and then start grouping up to go take out Karashar, because I'm fairly certain I know where he is. So we'll keep our turn rolling. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I guess while the turn's flipping over, Casper Eklund had also made a really nice comment. he had mentioned that getting this rogue hero was actually potentially pretty beneficial for me because rogue heroes have the ability to get charm, which is another sort of conversion ability, and I could take full advantage of that. And I like that ability and the idea of it quite a bit. He also mentioned that they're really good at providing a poison bonus to their units, and as an Archdruid, I'm going to have some poison damage, so that actually might kind of synergize well. So we've got a Dreadnought here. Let's take a peek. Anyway, so a shout out to Casper Eklund as well for leaving some excellent comments. So let's see the... So, ooh, now this unit starts with healing, which is actually quite nice. I was going to say I would prefer another type of hero, and I think I'm still going to do that. I would like to try and get something other than a Dreadnought, as I already have one. So, yeah, we're going to... I think we're going to... Before we do that, though, let's deal with our throne and the area around it here. So we can actually take advantage of this and keep that progressing us forward here. And we'll head up this way. And I think we will send one of these units with... We'll send the Reed Serpent there, just to have another ranged unit. So Tyrna, again, we're going to send Tyrna straight up and see if she can go find Karashar's domain up there. Yeah, I think we're going to send... We could even go up and around, I suppose, but I think it might be better to just head straight for Karashar here and see if we can take him out. Now, if I remember correctly, this Forbidden Sanctum was populated by units that were a little bit too strong for me to be taking out at this point, so I'm going to hold off on that. But I will head over here and try and raise this structure. So now we can do our production here. So let's see, what was our throne producing? So we were working on the stone wall for extra protection and to get this magma forge in our domain. Not a bad thing. So this city we're making a guard there, an axeman. And let's go back up to the top. So now we have some freed up gold here. We can start producing something up top. So we've got 46 income coming in. So why don't we just produce a prospector as a guard? There we go. Okay, we're going to end our turn there. Now we do have a summon wild animal, so we'll be able to acquire another animal. So it would be very, very helpful if we could take Karashar out this early in the game. We're only on turn 19, so if we can eliminate him fairly soon here, that would give us a pretty big advantage, I think. A Warlord. I would very much like to have a Warlord on my side. Let me see his talents. He's got War Cry as an ability, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I think we'll take him. So we will wait to do that because we don't have enough gold at the moment. Let's see, maybe if we do a battle or something, we can get a little bit more gold. So we'll head back over here. So we basically just have to raise this watchtower as part of our quest here. Yeah, so right here we just have to raise it, and then we'll head down and go up top, I think. Like I said, I want to put as much into finding Karashar as I can here at this point. So let's head. We'll keep heading up this way. We're going to summon another animal to help out. You know what? Let's actually use it as a scout. So we got another Reed Serpent here. Let's go take a peek. Ah, yes. So Karashar would appear to be up here. I wonder, can I take out this little scout unit of his? Yep, there's a city. So it's telling me probable defeat. Let's give it a try, though. I think maybe I'll be able to. Ooh, of course he's using magic abilities. Ha! Good thing we got a lucky high roll there. So that's, I guess, my third lottery ticket there, Z-Shoot. Okay, so this is one of his cities. Now, this isn't his throne, but we now know where one of his cities is. So let's just go take a peek and see what he's got defending. So there's Karashar himself, and he's got another hero, an Archdruid hero, cavalry, some wisps, and a Draconian flamer. So let's retreat back. I don't want this unit to get... I mean, I may end up getting killed, but you know what? It was worth it just to find out whether he was here or not. So I'm quite happy with that. So we finally finished researching that animistic knowledge, which, again, that actually may not have been a good decision. And Z-Shoot had mentioned that that was kind of a waste because it took so long and it limited my ability to gain other upgrades. And I actually agree with him. I think in retrospect, that probably wasn't the best plan. So I think the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to do Produce Hunter, because I want to be able to get some archers, and also maybe eventually get to summoning higher tier units. So I think that's what we're going to do next. So again, I think we're going to have to say not now, because we don't have enough gold. So now let's see, can we produce anything that's not going to cost us a ton of gold? So we've got 85 production per turn at this point. So it might be nice to do one of these 150 structures. Could also do a Master's Guild in 3 turns, but we don't have enough gold for that. You know, I would like this observatory. It'll put these berries in, give us a little bit extra production. Temple would be pretty good too, to be able to produce Forge Priests. I'm going to do the observatory, though. I want to get our research going a bit more. So that's what we're going to do there. So at this city here, we're going to set our Axeman there to guard. And we're going to just keep summoning additional wild animals here, just as further units to help us out. The really nice thing now, though, is that this upgrade is, as much as it was a pain to research, we now have all this extra knowledge coming from all these structures within our domain. So you can see here, extra knowledge coming from all of these structures. So there's 8 instead of 5, and there's 3. So we're getting a lot of extra research, which is really helpful. So hopefully that does kind of pay off. Again, I still think maybe I shouldn't have spent that much on it, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Or I spent that early game when my research income is very low. May not have been the most efficient thing to do. So we're going to just do merchandise for now. Okay, that's going to be our turn. So we're going to end our turn there. Oh, and there he is. He's produced a settler. So it looks like he's moving off to expand. So yeah, we really want to hit him while he's early here before he has time to build up a ton of units. Can you imagine if we can take out some of his cities, get a hold of them, maybe even get his throne? We'll have a massive advantage in that we'll have a couple of really strong cities fairly early in the game. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. We're only on turn 20, so we're still relatively early in this game. Boy, it's pretty crazy how close I am to Karashar here. I guess just partially because of the above ground versus underground thing, I ended up very close to him. So let's go back underground here. So this turn we'll be able to send our hero up above ground, which we're going to do. So what's Dark Sun? Okay, just less visual range. Boy, you can see how much of a difference that makes. When you're trying to explore, that just, you can't see anything. So now we've got this warlord we are going to accept. A little bit hurting for gold, but that's okay. We can actually finish this quest here. So we'll send the spider up by itself. Take a quick peek around, and then we will destroy this structure. So we either get a shield bearer or some gold. It's not enough gold to really make a difference, so I think we'll just take the shield bearer. Okay, so now we are going to head down. Yeah, that structure is already cleared, so we're okay there. We've already cleared out this ancient ruin. So now, you know what, we'll go through here, we'll get the buff from the shrine as we go through it. and then we'll head down and come up to back up our other hero, our Dreadnought hero. Okay, so now we can upgrade our Warlord. So I think first and foremost, I just want a little bit more defense. And I'm actually going to take ranged command, so we get more range damage. Anticipating I'm eventually going to have some ranged units with this stack here. For now, I'm going to leave this hero in the city, though, just as a guard. We're going to have to build up a little bit of an army first before we start doing anything crazy. So again, we're going to just do merchandise for now. Okay. So we're going to end our turn there. So let's see what happens here. I'm wondering if we're going to get attacked depending on how strong his stack is. I mean, this army isn't exactly a powerhouse by any means. I'm hearing things moving around, so he's probably not too happy about me being there. I'm guessing he's going to be reinforcing his position as best he can. Let's go back underground here. So once again, we're going to stop by the shrine there, get that buff, and then we're going to head above ground and start working our way over. So now let's go in and let's actually see how strong is his defense here. Oh my, so he's got pretty strong... Well, he's got this settler now. I could go for this stack, actually. That's a battle I could probably win, so why don't we try that? Can take out some of his units here. Hang on, before I do that, though, let's just do it with one unit here just to minimize, in case we need to run away. We want to have as much movement points as we can. So this won't be an easy battle. He's got some tier 2 support units here, and he's obviously throwing on some... He's using some magic against me. Alright, so we're going to have to sacrifice some of these units. That is for almost a guarantee at this point. So I think maybe I will move in here, go after the flamers, engage them in melee. Ouch, take kind of a massive hit there. And then we'll send in our shock serpent. We'll send in our reed serpent as well. We'll hit the dread monkeys. I'm going to retreat my hero back because I really don't want my hero getting in too much trouble. You know, I should have maybe used Guardian Flame on somebody. That was kind of a missed opportunity, that's for sure. I suppose I could go in for the blop here. See if I can get the kill. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to really be able to do enough to make it worth it. Let's see, what about a flashbang? Yeah, that's not going to be enough. So I think what we'll do is we'll retreat back with Tyrna here. And you know what? We will cast flashbang. Let's do it on the Draconian Elder and see if we can blind them. Oh, and we didn't blind them. That would have made it so they really couldn't use their ranged attack. But so we're definitely going to lose some units here, but if we can take out his units, that would be awesome. Okay, so we lost some guys there. So our shock serpents are in position to flank, which is good. I think we'll actually, let's see, how much if we come around and do a melee? Yeah, we're not quite guaranteed the kill, but we're close. Let's see. Okay, we got it. Perfect. So then we'll do a flank here. A lot of big damage. So then let's move over here. We'll finish off the apprentice. And then if we come right in here, can we get the kill? Yes, we can. Perfect. So now, I'm assuming they're going to come in and attack my hero because of the skin of oil, but let's see what happens. Okay, nope, they went for the serpents instead. So now I should be able to just use some maneuvering here and hopefully be able to get the kill without too much trouble. So we can charge in. Could also try for a nice flank here with our bowman. Or crossbowman, I should say. I think maybe we'll come on in over here. do a bit of damage, and then try and get the kill with our Shock Serpent. Okay, we got it. Perfect. So, took out a stack of 4 units there at the expense of 2 of our units, so a decent trade. And we will summon another unit there just to give us a few more. So now I think I'm going to take maybe a step back and wait for my other unit to come in and assist. Ulrik and his main stack here, which is pretty strong. Got this really strong cavalry and then our decent Spider Queen as well. So I think we're in a position where we can do some pretty heavy damage. Summon Wild Animal. We'll keep those coming. So Tyrna actually leveled up, which is great. So Imperial Authority, I think maybe is what we'll do now. Although we are fighting a Sorcerer, might be kind of nice to have this Lightning Rod. Tricky. You know what? Because we're fighting a Sorcerer, I'm going to do the Lightning Rod banner. And then I'm also going to do Imperial Authority. Yeah, that's going to be the plan here. Just want to make sure there's nothing else. Yeah, then we'll do Imperial Authority, try and get a few more criticals, and help if we start getting hit with any negative spells that are affecting us. So, oh, we've got a tribute here. A small army or some mana. At this point, I would really like the small army, so I will take that. Get a deep guard. Not so bad. We'll send that over to our hero up here in this city. Start building that army up. Okay, we get new research. So we did finish our produce hunter, so that's done. So now we can start making archers if need be. Target friendly city, unit station within, now like tropical and volcanic. This is kind of nice if we have dwarven cities that are in less than desirable areas, because dwarves don't like tropical. I think I'm going to just go real heavy on trying to get some more units here. Yeah, I'm going to go for Summon Eldritch Animal. We're going to need more mana income, that's for sure. So I think next we'll maybe go for the Temple, which we can do in 2 turns. Boy, it's too bad we're not at 100, or we could do the barracks in 1 turn. But that's great. Just the growth of this city is quite nice to see. So I think now, yeah, we'll do the Temple because we need the mana income, frankly. And we'll set merchandise here. Again, we're going to really try and focus on the war effort here and see how much of this we can take out. Okay, there we go. And we're going to end our turn there. So what I'm hoping, I noticed that other city was offering to join us, but we don't have nearly enough money to do that at this point. I'd also rather just keep them a vassal so they can kind of defend themselves at this point, because most of my army here is focused on Karashar. So again, if I can take out Karashar at this point, or at least steal some of his cities away, that's going to help me quite a bit. We're still, like I said, relatively early in this game. So I think I'm in a pretty good position here. I think between these 2 armies, I should be able to hopefully siege his cities and start really conquering his territory. But we'll have to see. I don't want to get ahead of myself. You know, I sometimes assume that my units are strong enough. When his city just grew there, you saw. Okay, so let's move in. Go like this, and we'll go like this. So he's got 7 units defending. I think we'll be able to win this battle without too much trouble. So we'll send Tyrna in to initiate. Now I'm expecting there to be some spells that are going to be cast on me, that's for sure. So thankfully there's no wall, so we don't have to worry about that. So that's Skin of Oil, as to be expected. Beneficial for these Draconians. It's really synergizes well because they do so much fire damage with a lot of their attacks. So Karashar himself is in this battle, so if we can take him out, that's going to be really nice, in that it'll slow down the research of Karashar, give us a bit of a leg up. So we're going to awaken our Spider Queen, that's for sure. And we're going to loop around the outside here a bit, I think. And then with this unit, we're going to try and split them a little bit, I think. We're going to go kind of like this. And actually, I'm going to use Guarded by Flames on Tyrna just to kind of cancel out the Skin of Oil a little bit. So there, we'll go like this. And our Swarm Darters, we're going to kind of go to assist as well. That'll do it for our turn. Oh, throwing Skin of Oil on another unit. Okay, it looks like they're going for our main force, so we can bring this unit, or this army, essentially kind of cut right in. So they're coming over here to deal with us. Now let's see, can we get a web? We can go for it. Ooh, and we got it. That's excellent. It's quite nice to see. So now we can do some big flanking damage there. A little more there. Not quite. So we'll hang out. So we're going to come over here with the Boar Rider and just hang out. So with Tyrna's stack here, again, we're gonna move ourselves in. I want to kind of split their forces so they can't bring all their units in to attack me at once. So there we go. I think that's what we'll do. You know, we could even use Flashbang here on Karashar himself, maybe. Might be nice to throw on these Flamers, but I think let's just use it on Karashar. And we blinded him for 2 turns. And we'll end our turn there. So let's see what he does now. Some Root Spears there attacking my poor little Prospectors. Ooh, our Spider took some big charge damage there. Yeah, so our little oh, those were our Swarm Darters, sorry. So our Swarm Darters went down. Unfortunate, but not an irreparable loss by any means. So let's wail on these Flamers a little bit. And then let's see if we can get the kill. If we go in for the flank here, that'll get the kill. Perfect. Okay, so our Spider is kind of in some trouble here, so let's get the charge here. There we go. And then we're actually going to move our Spider over 1. Bring in these Shield Bearers. And then get the kill on the unit that is in the web. There we go. Alright, so now we can start working on Karashar here. So Karashar is in defense mode. So no sense trying to flank him at this point. You know what? Let's go over and try and kill these Wisps. Okay, we got them. Perfect. That was excellent. Okay, we'll move in and let's go for a nice blast. And we got the kill. There we go. Excellent. So Karashar himself is dead. That's a massive blow. Now we've just got Amara here. Ooh, doing a bit of damage to our Dwarven Prospectors there. Fortunately, our units have regrowth, which is helpful from that shrine we walked over on the way here. So that's quite nice. So we can actually phase right in behind. Now let's see, can we... 70% chance. Oh, and we got it. Excellent there. So now I'm going to send my Boar Riders off to go deal with this Settler. Along with Tyrna herself there is going to head over. And everybody else can just basically move in and start wailing on Amara at this point. And we can drop a heal on somebody if they need it. Doesn't really look like anybody's in massive need of health. So we'll put it on the Prospector just to get some experience there. Our Shield Bearers, they've already moved. Prospectors will just kind of wail on Amara a little bit. There we go. So, again, I like getting experience with this Spider. Leveling that Spider up is really turning it into quite the tank. It's also nice to get a little bit more experience with the Reed Serpent there. These Shock Serpents are actually starting to level up a bit, so we'll get them some more experience here. Very close to leveling up. And we'll come in and get the kill with Ulrik. There we go. So now we'll send in Tyrna and can't quite firebomb. So we'll basically just start charging everybody over. And then we can end this battle. Boy, this was a pretty decisive strike here. Okay, my turn. So we'll come in and get the flank here. There we go. And I think this battle is pretty much all but done. Now, are there any other abilities or anything we can use? We can awaken some units for some extra experience. Why not? I think that's going to do it for other abilities we can use. I suppose we could come in and web the settler. There we go. I think that gets some experience. Oh, I guess not. And then we'll just get the kill with our hero. There we go. So, boy, that was a pretty unfortunate event for Karashar there. He lost his hero. He lost a city that had just nicely grown, and he lost a bunch of units. So that's pretty devastating for him. So unfortunately, yeah, there I failed that goblin quest. I can see that. So let's get his items here. Let's see if he had anything good. Just the bow that he starts with. That's kind of useful because the rifle you have to reload. So we'll take that with Tyrna. So a city awaits its fate. We could migrate it to dwarves, but I kind of want a Draconian city, so I'm actually going to absorb this one. Again, I'm anticipating that we're then going to be able to move in and roll through his throne city if I can find it. So I can have my little Draconian presence up here. Okay, so we have a chance to level up Ulrik here. Nothing here is particularly tickling my fancy. So I think we're going to save those points with Ulrik. Abort the abominations, we failed. Unfortunately, they're not too happy about the fact that we failed that. You know, it might even be worth, if we get a big enough army, we could just charge in and invade their territory rather than trying to complete that quest when there's a unit in the way. So let's see. So Muruk Sul is still interested in joining us. Wow, they would join us for 58 gold. You know, not the worst idea. I think I'll do that just to start having that city grow a bit. And then I can, you know what, I'll start sending a unit down just to guard the city. Because why not? So yeah, this city really doesn't have anything, so it's going to need some TLC. It's tender loving care, for anybody wondering. Basically just to develop it and grow it. So I think, again, we're kind of hurting on gold, so we won't worry too much about producing anything at this point. But I'm going to just keep focusing on the war effort. So that's great that we took this over. That is just fantastic. I notice we have Heart of the Volcano here, which is amazing to have in the domain of this city. So that adds 200 morale and 10 casting points. And importantly, it also adds the ability to inflict fire immolation to produced units and removes all volcanic terrain penalties. So my units won't be miserable in volcanic, which is great. So yeah, that's a good thing. I'd like to go clear that out. We've also got a Castle of the Lich King, which if I'm eventually strong enough, I could try clearing. For now, though, I think we are going to... We will leave a unit. Let's leave this Hunter Spider there just to guard. And then we're going to spread out here and see if we can find... Now, unfortunately, this Dark Sun is going to make it a real pain for us. Yeah. All right, so we're going to end our turn there. I want to kind of explore and find where he is, where the rest of his domain is. While he's weak here, I can strike and try and do some more damage. So, yeah, I'm sure Karashar is not feeling so good right now, losing his hero and his, what I'm assuming is probably his second city. Now, the real question is his throne above ground here, or is it in the Shadow Realm? Oh, so the town of Glop. So these goblins were very upset with me after what I did. They're now declared war on me, so I will have to eventually go raid them if I want that city for myself. Fair enough. Send in this Axeman there to guard. Let's go back up to the surface here. So, I think I'm going to keep devoting my efforts here to the war up top and see what I can... See, now these fire... I would initiate this battle, but those fire elementals do scare me just a bit. Because they explode. I could, you know what? We're gonna try it. We'll just have to make sure that we can kill them and not get blown up in the process, essentially. Okay, we'll do some big damage there. And then we'll use our prospectors to come in for the kill. Now the question is, I'm not... Yeah, the chance of in-webbing them is pretty low. So we'll throw our shield bearer up there to kind of maybe draw some aggro. Throw our spider over there. We're going to spread everybody out a little bit. All right, now I'm expecting them, they're going to come in and wail on these prospectors, who at this point are, let's face it, they're kind of expendable. Yeah, and that's okay. I was kind of expecting them to go down. They've really kind of outlived their usefulness at this point. I hate to say it, but they did a good job while I had them. So, yeah, unfortunately, we are going to take some damage, but that explosion might actually kill the Hellhound. So let's come in and kill them with the Spider Queen. Didn't quite kill the Hellhound. So we'll come in and finish off the Hellhound here. I suppose I could have tried Befriend Animal on that Hellhound, but that's alright. So we'll come in and put ourselves in defense mode. Hopefully we don't lose these shield bearers, but it's looking like that might happen. Oh, okay, that actually worked out well. Because now we can... Ooh, not quite, eh? We're not quite able to get the kill. But we can do enough damage and then come in and use the unit that can tank the hit without dying. So we did lose our Prospector, but again, that Prospector had really sort of outlived his usefulness, much as I hate to say it. So you can see, though, my units are starting to get thinned out a bit, so I do have to be careful of that. We're just going to keep summoning wild animals to keep that war, keep the battlefront going here, the front lines. Boy, it is tough doing some exploration when you have Dark Sun on. Okay, so we got some spiders here. This might be nice to bring my druid up to, actually. I noticed we got some scoundrels there in need of killing. Okay, so here's the question now. There's a shadow gate here. I wonder if that means... Yeah, I wonder if that means that he's come out of the Shadow Realm, or if he's actually started up here. I mean, it does seem pretty convenient that there is this volcanic area, which is where you tend to get the biome of your starting race in wherever you end up spawning in your city. So I'm kind of suspicious about that. Let's take out these pesky units, and of course I could explore south as well. I didn't start looking south. I kind of assumed he was up north, but maybe his throne is to the south. In any case, we'll keep exploring and looking around and see if we can find him and eliminate him as quickly as possible here. Ooh, okay, they are Frostling, which means that they are going to not like this attack. Excellent. Go for the kill, and we got it. Perfect. Okay, now we just got to kind of guard these units a little bit. Unfortunately, with their sprint, they're going to be able to probably flank in and get somebody, but come on. Yep, got the kill there. So now we just got this one unit, which will probably come around and flank somebody. Oh, there we go. Okay. No worries there. We'll just sneak around behind. Do a big blast there. Back off our crossbowmen. And which baby's reed serpent is higher level? This one here. We'll try and level this one up a bit more. Or we could go with our... Actually, yeah, let's get these to silver metal. There we go. Again, we want them to evolve and get a tier 3 unit, so let's keep leveling these units up. There we go. And Tierna leveled up again, which is great for us. So, let's see. Does she have anything that's really going to help us out here? Pest Control Squad. Yeah, let's take that. In case we fight any other monsters or anything up here. It's going to help us out. I'll just elaborate on that quick. So Pest Control Squad here. All units in the Heroes Army gain Animal, Fey, and Monster Slayer, causing them to deal +3 melee or +3 physical damage against those units. And this applies to all the units in the squad as long as this hero is leading. So I think that's going to be helpful. I also really like having a Summon Slayer here as a result of Wizard Hunters, especially since we're fighting a Sorcerer who has summoned units. So that's really good for us. All right, we're starting to get our gold back, so we can now maybe start focusing on expanding our cities a little bit. So this little guy is going to take a while to grow here. So it would be great to expand out and get these mana-producing structures in our domain. We're going to grow in 2 turns, so... Boy, it would be great to get a Builder's Hall going just to have more production, because right now it's going to take quite a long time to get anything going. Let's see. Yeah, I think I do kind of want to start developing this little guy. Boy, it's unfortunate, though. That 23 means that it's going to take a bit longer. You know what? I'm going to let this expand before I do anything else, so I'm not going to build anything there yet. I'm going to use my money in a different city. So now we've got this farm in our domain, which is awesome. Again, I would really like to clear out this Forbidden Sanctum. That would be quite helpful. And it would be great to expand and get this in our domain as well. Why don't we do a Builder's Hall here? I didn't realize we didn't even have one, so we'll do that. In our throne, we will just hang out for now. And again, we're going to just save our money. So we eventually need to come over here and start dealing with this city, because right now it's kind of just left to its lonesome out there. But we got bigger fish to fry out here. Fortunately, our dwarves are very happy, so that's excellent. Okay, Karashar, where are you? I know he's out here somewhere. The question is he to the south? Looks like there's some water here. I'm hearing flapping wings. I'm almost thinking maybe he's over here. Somewhere over here. What kind of terrain is that? Barrens. Yeah, maybe I should go down here, and I could even try taking out this watchtower or something. But we're going to send our druid up here to deal with these spiders and try and recruit them. Oh, and look at this. We had some... Okay, there we go. That Dark Sun is finally over. So that's great. Ooh, and Summon Eldritch Animal is now researched, meaning we can get a little bit better units going. So let's move Tyrna over here. Could try raiding those ancient ruins there. Let's just take a quick peek. If there's a decent animal unit that we could get our hands on. Spider and a warg. This troll. That troll is going to be tough to take out. I think we would probably lose a unit doing it, so let's maybe not do that. It's not worth. Here we go. We can take out this. This will help us out. We'll get some more vision. Oh, and of course we're out of movement. Okay, well next turn with Tyrna we'll take that out. So I would like to clear out these pesky units because I don't want them going in and trying to raid my city. So this is a full-blown fire elemental, so I'm going to have to be really careful. Don't want to lose anybody else because I already lost one unit there last turn. So let's take this unit out. It's going to cost us a lot of our movement, unfortunately. But we'll hopefully get some experience from it. Also got to watch out for these wisps potentially teleporting in behind us. Phasing in, I should say. And this fire elemental has sprint, which we also have to remember. That can pose quite the problem for us. Now, can we get the web? Let's give it a shot. Not quite. We're always worth a try, but fortunately in this case it didn't work out. So I really hope that this spider doesn't get wailed on by this fire elemental. This could end kind of poorly for me. Oh, there goes that sprint. Ouch. Okay, so we really need to deal with this fire elemental ASAP here. So the wisps are dead, so I would like to maybe... See, we're not going to have enough to get the kill. I think we're going to actually just retreat out of there because I don't want my boar rider getting killed. So why don't we bring in our spider, do a flank attack, and then come in and try and get the kill with our shield bearers. There we go. And I don't think that killed anybody. Yeah, okay, we're all good. So we took some damage, but nothing irreparable. So now we can head up that way. Boy, we are kind of wounded, though, so we do have to be sort of careful in that battle. I think we'll be all right, though. Ooh, of course, though, one thing I forgot. This thing keeps spawning these spiders, right? While we're doing the battle, so maybe we should wait one turn before we initiate. I think we'll do that. We'll let ourselves heal a little bit before we initiate that battle. We could even summon an animal to this unit if need be, just to provide a little bit of support. Ulrik also has leveled up, so let's take a peek. Oh, and we have healing. That would be great. Ooh, sustainable warfare. That's another good ability, just to give us a bit more. You know what? We can actually take both, because we got 4 + 8, and we've got 12 points. So we'll take sustainable warfare just to help with our income a bit. Especially, we're going to have some higher tier units in this army eventually. And then we're going to take healing. So now we've got lots of healing coming out of Ulrik there, which is excellent. The sustain on this unit is going to be very high because of that, I think. So now let's take a peek at what we can produce. We could go straight for producing shamans and start getting tier 3 units. You know, not the worst idea. Maybe we'll do druidry here. We'll just get a little bit more magic going. And then we'll jump to producing shaman. Yeah, let's do that. Get a little bit more casting points, and then we'll do that. Okay, back to our throne. So now we've got decent gold coming in, so that's really nice to have. Boy, a great temple would be awesome, but again, that's gonna waste a lot of our production. So, Master's Guild in 3 turns. That's looking pretty good. We just don't have the gold for it to get it started. Public baths, that could be kind of helpful. Just get a little bit more morale going, although we're already very happy. So let's see. What else can we produce? We can produce a henge and get some more population in 2 turns. Why don't we do that? And that'll save us some money. Oh, and we don't have enough mana for that, of course, right? Yeah, geez. Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe we won't build anything in the throne then. Let's see, what else can we do? You know what? Getting a shrine going would be kind of helpful. Just for some extra mana. In this little city. I gotta think about this for a minute. And then I can't forget about our city here above ground as well. Which doesn't really have a whole lot going for it at the moment. All we really have is a shrine and a builder's hall. Yeah. You know what? I need to get a builder going. What am I thinking about? Let's get a builder going. And then we can start... we can employ our strategy that Z-Shoot had suggested, which is getting some watchtowers going. And we can also maybe throw up a builder on some structures to get maybe a little bit more income coming into our domain. We could put one... Well, this city will grow eventually, but we can try and increase our income a little bit. So let's do that. I think that's what we're going to go for. And then... Yeah, we'll do that for now. That's going to be the plan. All right. And yeah, we'll end our turn there. We're just letting ourselves heal before we go into that spider battle. And then we'll also probably summon a... Ooh, domain invasion. Where's that happening? Okay, so he is definitely to the south. Okay, that is good to know. A sorcerer, and we've got a cadaver for some reason. Interesting. Alright, well, we will basically just head straight back down that way. Back to our city. Well, that's helpful. Now we know that Karashar is to the south of us, it would appear. At least that's where his units are coming from, so that seems like the most likely option. I suppose I should have maybe guessed that based on the... Ooh, yeah, and Z-Shoot mentioned that I should have probably cleared out that undead structure. This is potentially going to bite me in the butt here. Fortunately, I think I'm going to employ my patented cheese technique, which is to run away and let the turns run out before they can attack me. So Zshoot had mentioned that I should have probably cleared out the spawner near this city to stop exactly what's happening to me right now from happening. Basically to prevent the inevitable spawning of a stronger undead unit and then the attack on my city. And he's absolutely correct. I should have done that. And of course I kind of ended up just taking the city and then running away. And the unit that I've left here to protect the city is nowhere near sufficient to defend it from this onslaught anyway. So I'm going to have to basically do this and then maybe start producing some more units in this city to give myself a chance to not lose the city in a battle. So again, if you go 5 turns and nobody does any damage, the attacking side loses and loses all of their movement points. So I basically just have to hang out here. As boring as this might be, it is a really good strategy to use. I think you saw me use this in the capital when I got attacked. And in my previous playthrough as the human theocrat, I used that to quite a lot of turns there against that elven opponent that I was up against, that elven sorcerer. Okay, so now I got some decisions to make. So first off, I want to get my heroes back in there as quick as I can, because obviously I don't want to lose the city. So I think first things first, we're actually going to summon the animal here, just to provide a bit more defense. So, hang on, if we just use Tyrna, can Tyrna? No, she can't. So I think then it's actually going to be more beneficial to take this out and then head in. So we'll do this battle and see if we can get this one done, and then we'll head in back to the throne and see if we can help out. Okay, so of course we've got these sun guards, which are going to pose a bit of a problem here for us. So we got to be real careful here, because it's going to be very easy for us to get obliterated by these sun guards. So yeah, this isn't going to do much, so we're not going to do that. Let's see, what does a bow do for us? Again, not a whole lot. We could probably finish off this predator with some combined attack here. So maybe we'll try that. What about this attack? No, we're gonna do the bow on the predator. Let's try and kill off the predator, or at least do as much damage as we can. Again, we may have to sacrifice some of these summoned units, much as I really don't want to. So we'll kill that off. And then we're going to anticipate these units are just going to get schmarmed on by these Sun Guard, unfortunately. So we'll have to make use of some flank tactics. There we go. That actually wasn't all that bad, all things considered. So we're going to flank around behind, grab our gun, do a nice big blop there. And then we're going to move around here and do a flank on these units. Now our crossbowmen can't move at this point, so we're going to get the kill with our Shock Serpent. There we go. And then we're going to try and get the kill with our Reed Serpent here. And we got it. Okay, so just like that, we won the battle and nobody died. So that's definitely a nice thing. So that gives us a bit more vision here. And you can see we've got another portal underground. So now let's group back up. And we're going to charge back into our newly acquired city here, which we don't want to lose. We're now going to start summoning an Eldritch Animal. So that's a little bit stronger than what we had previously. So wall climbing, greater webbing touch, not really that useful, so I'm not going to worry about sending all my units. I'm just going to send in Ulrik here. So we're going to try this battle out, and we're going to see if maybe we can get a hold of a new unit. We just have to be cognizant that these darn spiders are going to spawn in every single turn, that we aren't getting the job done here. Now, this Spider Queen has phase, which we have to be really careful of, because obviously that could be devastating if it were to hit us. Now, can we... Yeah, and I don't want this Spider Queen phasing in behind and then webbing us. That would be pretty devastating. Of quite frankly, it could be enough to cause us to lose the battle. So I think what we'll do here is we'll use Nourishing Meal on our Boar Riders. Charge them in. I'm expecting they're probably going to get webbed. Now, I wonder what the chance of me webbing... Okay, so not a terrible chance to web, frankly. Can we can phase in behind. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's see. Okay, that's going to help us a lot. And that's a really unfortunate spawn point because it's probably going to end up going after our hero. Oh, and they put themselves in defense mode. All right. I think when they spawn in, they may not have full movement points, so that might be the only thing that saved us there in that case. So let's kill off those spiders. Again, I want to come in and see if I can convert, so we're gonna do this. Turn these units around. Get the kill there. Come in and protect, and then I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of this Spider Queen. Pretty low chance, I'm guessing, but because it's webbed, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. I don't think so. We got a 50-50 shot. Let's do it. Oh, no such luck. Boy, we really haven't been having a lot of luck with that particular befriend animal. Okay, so this thing is going to be back in action here, so maybe shouldn't have left my hero the way I did. Let's turn these spiders around. Get the kill there. So yeah, they're just going to keep trying to web us here, essentially. So let's get the kill with our spider. And then let's basically just start doing some big damage here. Mess up these spiders as best we can. Come in and get the flank. Now it's just a matter of doing some cleanup. All the units that started the battle that were non-summoned are dead. So that means that this spell only continues summoning baby spiders as long as the non-summoned units are on the battle. So it also only goes for 7 turns. Although, I mean, that's pretty devastating as it is. So let's get a web there. Come in for a nice big hit. Get a charge there. And then see if we can get a finish. Our shield bearers. There we go. So now this unit's basically just at our mercy. And you know what? We're actually going to come drop a heal before we end the battle. And then we'll end it with our Spider Queen. So that's a real shame that we weren't able to recruit that Hunter Spider Queen. That would have been really helpful to have another tier 3 unit. But that's okay. We will now we know, I think, where Karashar is. He's to the south. So we're going to start moving in to try to deal with him. And there's those undead. And that invasion of Dularm is their Urfal the Young Draconian Sorcerer unit coming in. It's just a little cadaver for some reason. So he must have a Necromancer hero of some kind or something like that. So our new city has grown into it's gotten bigger, and we now have this air node in our domain, which is excellent. We really needed that extra mana income, frankly. I think now let's do Produce Shaman. We'll try and get tier 3 units going. That would be awesome. So in our throne, we have a decent amount of gold here. We could start producing something. Let's do a Great Temple. As annoying as it's going to be to lose some of that production and not be as efficient, it would be really great to have the extra income there. I think that's going to be the plan. Yeah, geez, that pains me, that lack of efficiency there. But actually, you know what? Let's make our city happier. That'll increase our production bonus a little bit. So let's do that first. We'll make our city happier, and then maybe we'll be able to produce that more efficiently. We now have a builder as well in our main city here. So can't forget about him. So our builder, got to figure out. So we can put up a watchtower. That would probably be a decent plan to provide some extra signaling so that we know when we're going to be attacked. Just trying to see if there's anywhere else that might be worth going. We can head down here. I think that's what we'll do. We'll head over here. We'll try and get this maybe we can put up a little fort here or something to give us some extra, or a watchtower over on the corner here to give us that. So now I think we'll just do merchandise again. We want to save a little bit of money. Yeah, in this city, we'll make another prospector. Eventually we want to make an army big enough to deal with those undead. So I think that's going to about do it for this episode here. So we've made some pretty solid progress. We've found Karashar. Essentially, I'm guessing he's right in here somewhere. We took out the city of Dularm. We took it from him. We're in the process of absorbing it. And yeah, we've really got Karashar on the ropes. I think once he's out of the way, that will hopefully make it a little bit easier for us. If we go back underground, we've got our 3 cities here. We successfully absorbed Murk-Sul into our domain. Our throne is growing gradually, and Choyan is now posed for some decent production once we kind of clear out, in particular, we've got to clear out this Forbidden Sanctum, but we're doing well in terms of having a number of cities. They're not as well defended as maybe I'd like them to be, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how this game is going at this point. So I think we're going to save it there. Yeah, in retrospect, as soon as I saw that the volcanic terrain wasn't extending further north, I should have turned around and started to go south. So that's kind of unfortunate, but we will call this episode 3. So yeah, that volcanic terrain was the clue there that was probably where Karashar was, and I should have followed it south rather than trying to go north. Anyway, we'll save the game there. It was a pretty solid episode, and we got a lot done. So as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.